Hey guys, today I'm going to tackle organizing all of my pad embellishments and everything I store on this cart. I also have a fun giveaway for you guys, so stick around. So I'm going to give you just kind of a quick before I dive in to organizing all of this. So this is a cart from IKEA, and I like having this by my desk. I've had this for years, and inside of it I keep all of my pad embellishments. And you can see I kind of had some organization in here years ago, and then things get put in the back here that are, you know, they're kind of mismatched. Some things are overflowing. There's not a lot of order to things, but I do have these wood trays from IKEA that fit perfectly in here. And I do plan to continue using those, but I do need a lot more organization. So the one thing that I found in my previous system was I had things like these are word phrase strips, and you can see I have them in rainbow order, which I love and I'm gonna stick with. And then at some point you get out of word phrase strips and get into like other stickers. But there's not really any organization to these because I don't have dividers. So like back here, there's labels, but sometimes I'll take one out and then I don't know where it goes to put it back in, and everything kind of ends up out of order. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sort everything, purge things, and create dividers so that everything will have a place. Okay, so I've pulled over all of these from my tray to start with, because I think this is gonna be my starting point. So I need to go through all of this. I need to organize it. But one of the big things that was making me disorganized, as I kind of said in my intro, is there's no categories here. There's no real order. So what I did was I got two things. And this, I should have opened it first. Okay, I bought these on Amazon, and this is like white plastic sheets. And I'm going to crop these down and create dividers. Then I got a label maker. And this is a thermal label maker. It's just this tiny little thing like this that has an app that goes along with it. And in the app, you can create whatever you want to be on your labels. You can use text, you can use icons, you can actually draw, you can add symbols. There's so many different things you can put on these labels. It's pretty cool. I'm just gonna do some words. So I did a test one here. This one says word phrase strips. I think I'm gonna adjust it a little bit before I actually do them, but my thought is I'm gonna crop this down and I'm gonna use these, I'm gonna make little tabs and have those be my dividers. Now this label maker is from Offnova, and I have partnered with Offnova to bring you this video, and they sent me this label maker, and they've also sent me two label makers to give away. So I have one to give away to someone who watches this video, and another one, there's gonna be another opportunity to give away on my Instagram. So you can enter both times. Unfortunately, this is only available in the United States. So to enter, you need to make sure you're following me here on YouTube, and then leave a comment down below this video letting me know what you would like to use this label maker for in your own craft space or home. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start cropping these. I think actually I'm gonna sort my products first, and then I will crop these down to be dividers. These 5 are this wider size, and this is a narrower size for some smaller embellishments. But I wanna just go ahead and like sort through all of these embellishments first to kind of get an idea of the categories that I need and how many categories I need. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on fast forward and start my sorting process. Ready to make my labels. So I'm going into the app on my phone and showing you just how simple it is to make a label. So I just went into edit and I'm typing out word phrase strips for my first label here. And you can see that it's typing too large, so I can just adjust the size. There's all these options for different fonts. And so I ended up selecting one that I wanted to go with. It was kind of just like a very simple, narrow font. I thought looked great, and it was going to be super clear for reading these very easily. And then I'm stretching it out so that I want it only on one line, but you can see you can add multiple lines of text if that is what you want to do. And look at all these other options that are down here. You can't see it now because I'm editing the text. You can see I'm just making it larger so it fits. But look, you can add all of these different things. You can add a QR code, you can add photos, you can add icons, frames. Like I'm just clicking into the frames to see what's options. Oh, that cat one is so cute. I need to come up with something for that. Maybe I'll make a label for pumpkin, right? But I am going to go super simple for these because I do want it to be so simple. Look at all these options too that you can print, like these backgrounds, but I'm not going to be kind of boring. So then I'm just going to connect to the device, and I couldn't do that while recording, but you just simply connect to the device and it will just print out. It's that simple. And then of course, Pumpkin had to check out the labels once they were done. Okay, so here is where everything really comes together. What I'm doing is creating my tab. So what I decided to do was stick my label down on the piece of plastic, and then I am cutting off the edge up until where the label is to use it to create a little tab. And then I'm using my corner rounder to create rounded corners. And unfortunately, I have to use my scissor on that inside corner because my corner rounder won't allow me to crop that with the edge there. And then what I'm doing is I am going through all of the embellishments and I'm making them a uniform size because I want them to fit in between the dividers without anything looking a little bit wonky. And I just love how it turns out. All of these, and I have all of these in those 3 containers, and then I cleared out all of the other stuff. Besides, those are some tools, but this is all the stuff I took out of here, and there's more over on my desk. So now I'm going through and trying to figure out how I want to organize all of this, and I will pop back in at my desk and share a little bit more with you there. Sorry, I'm trying to hold this steady. So like you saw, I had those up here done. And then I decided to fill out the top of this. So I have one more section here. These are smaller embellishments, which I did organize and create tabs for over at my desk. And then I added another one of those here, and I pulled out these rolling stamps. I had these stashed away somewhere where I was never going to use them. And now that I'm doing more planning and journals and stuff, I feel like I'm going to use those more. So I brought them out so I could. And then I have some like just tools right here in the middle and a few other little tools here. And this, like, I'm just utilizing all of this space, right? And in the back here, I have some of these like oversized sticker sheets. So these are sheets that were too big to fit into any of these containers. Then moving down here, this is the one you just saw me putting together at my desk. These are larger sticker sheets and embellishments that are too large to fit up in these ones. So they fit in this larger wood box. And again, these are all Calyx boxes from, no, not Calyx, I'm sorry. They're Dragon boxes from IKEA. And I will share links to everything down in the description box. So I have, you know, all of these products in here that are about the right size, or that fit in here, but are too big to fit in one of these other containers up there. So now I have this space. The only thing I have left down here are my circle punches, which I do use a lot. And I'm thinking I'm going to put some alphas here, but I want to show you guys something. These are all alphas. Now, these are not all of my alphas because I have all the 4x6 ones in one of those Dragon boxes, which I still need to organize. But I went over to my closet and I pulled out this, and I'm thinking I'm going to put these medium-sized ones in here and potentially store this in my closet. I haven't decided yet, but one of my goals is to use my products, but I also don't want my shelf to be overflowing. I need space to grow because my goal is to use up my products, but I need to be realistic and know that I'm also going to be acquiring new products and I don't want to outgrow my system. So if I keep alphas in here that are like the correct size for this, and then pull this out when I'm looking for alphas, that might make more sense and clear up some space on my cart. Because what I'm thinking, and this is just a preliminary idea, I'm going to put the 4x6 or like the smaller one of the dragons right here with alphas. In the back, I'm going to put the larger alphas, like the thickers. And then down here, I'm going to have my punches still. And then I'm going to put my kits that are still contained as kits, because you guys, my pile of kits is building up and I need a space to keep it that's not overtaking my desk. Because right now, that's what it's doing and it's causing too much clutter. So I'm going to head back over to my desk and continue putting things together for you. Okay, now I'm moving into this, and I printed out some labels here. I did numbers, Allie Edwards, Kelly Perky, Studio Calico, which is what I'm thinking I'm going to organize besides the numbers, which I have the numbers in the front here. So these are sheets. There's a variety of brands, but they all have just numbers, which I wanted to kind of keep separate. That's an alpha. So here's my number sheet. So that's going to have its own divider. You can see this is too fat. So what I'm thinking, like too full. I'm going to move these out of here and move these larger packs into the other tray that has like the medium size alphas, and keep this for the smaller ones. So I'm just going to sort by brand and create my dividers and go from there. organization video, but I'm going to give you guys a little peek because in organizing my cart, I realized that there just wasn't enough space for everything I was trying to store there, which is one of the main organization problems that I think a lot of people face, is that you're trying to fit too much stuff into too small of a space. And that's how you get a lot of clutter and disorganization. So I moved into my closet and I have these trays. See, I have these plastic trays here that are from the Home Edit. And I had a few that had empty spaces, so I was able to use them. So in this one here, I have these larger alphas in the back there. Those were already in my closet. And then I took all of the large alpha sheets that didn't fit in the 4x6 organizer on my cart and moved them to my closet. And I just basically have them in rainbow order. So here I have pink through purple in the rainbow. So pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And then I go into white, gray, black. And then I have like multi-colors that are neutrals. I go into metallics, browns, tans, peach, and then multicolors. And then here I did something similar. So the divider that's in here, these are removable. And I took it out of this one and used this to store my large, thicker, a lot of these are like old thickers and just different alphas, again, in that rainbow order. This time I put the neutrals first because I have so many more neutrals in this size. And I'm hopeful that I will come over to my closet and pull these out when I want to work with them. It's not ideal that they're no longer on my tray, or on my cart, but I just didn't have enough space, and I do really like the organization that I'm coming up with, and I will show you guys that soon. Okay, guys, it is done. My cart organization is done, and I'm going to walk you through it right. Okay, so let's go through the top first. On the top here, I have 3 of these 4-inch wide dragon trays from IKEA. And then I have my tabs that I made using the white plastic and my label maker from Off Nova. These are all of my just pad embellishments organized throughout here by categories, and you can see all of the categories right here. In the back here, I have 2 of these smaller wooden organizers, one for my rolling stamps and one for pad embellishments that are just narrower or smaller to fit into I'd rather keep them back here than in these ones because they get kind of lost in there. As you can see, everything in here, I've trimmed it to be a universal size or a uniform size. So everything is pretty much the same size. That makes it easier to find things and they look nicer. On the side here, I have my large mega date stamp from Studio Calico. And then I have a few like little tools here. I have my X-Acto knife and my paper piercer. They're just going to fit right there. Sorry for the camera bumping. And then back here, I have some larger tools like my tiny attacher, some hole punches. And then back here, I just have a few of these really large sticker pads that just didn't fit in any of my trays. Moving to the middle shelf here. So here I have more of the same that's on the top there, but these are like the medium size pads. And so they fit horizontally in this tray here, which is much larger. I don't actually know what the measurements are of this. I think it's 9 inches because these were from 8.5 by 11 paper. So maybe it's a little less than 9 inches. And I have various categories in here that fit with what my embellishments were. Then this one, these are all alphas or numbers. And I have them organized mostly by brand. There's a few that are organized differently. This small font here is organized separately because Ali Edwards and Studio Calico both have that same font in the same colors. So I wanted to keep those together. On the back here, you can see I have all of my circle punches just kind of wedged in here. And then I have baby wipes, which I use when I'm stamping. And then moving down to the bottom, this is what I'm actually most excited about. These are kits. So I break apart kits when I'm done with them, But the ones here on the right are kits that are newer to me that I haven't had a chance to dive into. I'm pretty behind in working with kits right now just because I was creating my Plan Prep Play class and working on December Daily. So I have a few of those kind of piled up. And then a lot of these over here are kits that I have already worked with, but I wasn't done. I wasn't ready to work them into my stash. Either it's like a story kit that I've maybe only made 1 or 2 stories from and I want to use it as a kit still, or a Studio Calico kit that I just wanted to create another spread with. There's various reasons why kits end up here, but basically if I have them out to work with and I want to rotate them out because I want to put a newer kit there to work with, but I need somewhere to store it as a kit because I'm not ready to work into my stash, I can put that here. And I have space to keep a lot of kits here, whereas my old organization system only really had space for about like half of this. So this is great because I had these piling up on my desk and it was getting to be a lot of clutter. So there you have it. Here is my cart organization and my pad embellishments plus a little bit of bonus, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And don't forget to enter my giveaway from Off Nova for a label maker. See you guys in the next one. Bye.